welcome back to Say What with James and Lakesia. And right now we are here making this video to give you guys our mini reviews and rankings for the month of March. And I do have a question. Did we really just see a pig's head talk to us in a movie at the theaters? That was crazy. We saw some crazy movies this month. Can you give us the rundowns of the movies that we saw?
Yeah, we saw Scream 7, The Bride, Undertone, Ready or Not.
Here I Come 2.
Here I Come. Yeah, Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. And They Will Kill You.
Yes. Yes. So make sure that you guys like the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and tell somebody about us. We're trying to grow our movie review channel. So first up was Scream 7. We already did a review on Scream 7 and we did a review on the Scream series. And you know, we take it back to when the original Scream came out. Scream actually brought horror movies back. That's how we feel. Because hey, Scream, you wanted to be in that Scream series. If you were an up and coming actor, or if you were hot at the time, you wanted to be in Scream, even if it was only for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But we went back to Woodsboro for Scream 7. We went back to Stu Macher's house as the horror B&B. And I love a good movie with twists in it and everything. And seeing Cindy Prescott as a mom and her defenses that were up trying to keep her daughter protected, whose name was Tatum, the girl that her best friend that had got, you know, taken out in the first movie. And spoiler alert, we're going to be giving some spoilers. So if you have not seen these movies, you will want to check this review out later. But she was trying to protect her daughter, and that hit home for us.
It was seeming like she was trying to protect them from Stu, but it was AI generated. It was an AI thing going on. Because it was actually like Stu Macher was the one calling it.
Well, but it actually started out like she had the cop that was the husband, and I was like, okay, well, she was dating the cop in Scream 3 at the end, but it doesn't matter. He was a police officer.
It's not the same name.
He was a police officer. So then we have her daughter Tatum's boyfriend climbing in the window like Billy did in Scream 7. I mean, in Scream 1. But the twist, you know, they had Stu, they brought him back, and it seemed like he was the killer. But
he hadn't died. Like he went through,
like he got in an accident.
And under John Doe. And
they led us to believe that it was Stu Macher. They used his house at the beginning from the dead, but it was really just a deep fake set up by.
Yeah.
And then what trips me out is the twins. You know, the cop had no situational awareness, but he still made it. Dewey, I guess he was reviving the Dewey role as the police officer. But this still was a good. This still was a good movie. And the twins, they had some little flesh wounds so that they made it. But I like the message. It showed how obsession can turn people into monsters. But man, the attic scene, it was crazy. It was crazy. So. Next up, we have The Bride, the Mary Shelley remix. Yeah,
this bride was a nut because I thought she had Tourette's or something when she kept just talking out of her head. Well, but it was because she was being possessed
by Mary Shelley. Yeah, we took a trip back to 1930 Chicago. This wasn't like the original Frankenstein. This was crazy. It was like a Bonnie and Clyde because you had Frankenstein who desired companionship.
Yeah, he wanted a lady.
He desired companionship. Not only that, he wanted to be a ballroom dancer. Like what's the boy's name that was in the movie? Because I get it mixed up.
Gyllenhaal was in the movie, and he was some actor back in the day.
And he kept seeing himself as like him, Gregory Hines. And we had The Bride, and what happened is they just picked out some random person that had actually gotten taken out.
The mom.
Yeah, she was a group of. She was a prostitute. She was in a group of women that basically were prostitutes, and she had a connection to the cops. So when she came to, she's like, hey, her name was originally Ida. she's asking him, like, well, what's my name? And he tells her it's Penelope.
Yeah, because I don't remember my name. That's what she said.
Yeah, because he hooked up with this crazy doctor, scientist, who was willing to take a chance and bring him some companionship. But really, she just brought trouble because she wanted to be out, like, in her old life, dancing and club hopping and stuff like that. So, yeah, the bride was definitely something else. And then we have Undertone, which... Undertone is a Canadian film, and
they was doing their little like what podcast.
Well, it's to start it off. You have what was the girl's name? Ivy, and she was home with her mother, who was like bedridden.
She was sick.
Yeah, and so her and her friend had like a supernatural podcast.
Yeah.
So her mother was a woman of faith. She was Catholic. She had all these crosses and everything, and it was just a crazy
and the
movie.
Dude that came across some tapes or something.
Somebody sent them to him.
Sent him some tapes, yeah.
The emails, and it was like 11 clips. And he actually, after listening to a couple of them, it was just her and her mom in the house, and weird stuff was happening.
Yeah.
And he actually wanted to back up off of the tapes for a while. He was like, hey, I don't think we should listen to it. But he was in a whole different country. She was in Canada, and he was somewhere else, like England or something. I can't remember. But she just wanted to keep on going, and come to find out, they were messing around with a demonic force named Abazo, and it basically targeted mothers and babies. And it was basically about nursery rhymes, like the backstory to nursery rhymes.
Black Sheep, and but it was played backwards.
Yeah, and it really showed the power of what we listened to, like that Bye Bye Black Sheep played backwards. And it was crazy. And now, this was a dark one. It only had like 2 characters, so I'm sure the budget was good. But the ending, and because it was like Evie's mom was getting possessed,
she's moving, and because she wasn't able to do nothing, just lay in the bed. But we remember that one part where she's sitting in the bed and then she's looking over, moving up.
Yeah, and then
and she down there, and she hear rumbling upstairs.
And I'm just like, you're dabbling with things that you have no idea about, but yet you still keep dabbling. And the ending, it reminds you, like all things, to never stop praying. And James was actually saying, well, did she take the mom out? But she did say that the mom, she was always too busy. The mom had asked her to come pray with her, and she wouldn't. And then after that, the mom stopped eating. And so, yeah, it just was crazy. But then we have Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. And basically, I had to go back and watch Ready or Not 1 because I had not seen it. And my cousin was saying, hey, you got to go check that out. So, I don't know.
We're going to do a thing on them too.
On the 2, yeah.
Because I kind of think the first one was a little better.
Yeah, because this is the sequel. I mean, have we all been waiting for this? You have Grace back. She's handcuffed to the bed. And now she's drug her sister Faith into the mess. And I kind of love the dynamic. The sister, they didn't have Coco. Coco is just acting crazy. They didn't really have a close relationship because she left school. She left her sister at home to go to school, all this other stuff. It just reminded me how something that never really was there gets created to make a movie. But basically, family has to stick together. I just really, it was just crazy how they had her. And then because she took out
the other family, it brought all these other families into the mix.
Yes, Sarah.
One of the, I forgot what they called them.
Yeah.
If you take out one of the ones that was in
the elites. Yeah. So, and yeah, it was crazy, but Grace was knocking them back.
Yeah, Grace wore them out though, like she did the first one.
But I'm gonna tell you, and Coco, what are you? Coco have a gun paper, or I don't know what she has, but anyway, she's been disrespectful during our movie time. But it was funny. The little boy, it was a scene in the movie where she was somewhere with the little boy, and the little boy stabbed her or something, and she punched him and laid that joker out. No, that was in this one too.
Oh
yeah, she knocked that little joker out. It was so funny. I was rolling. But basically the father at the beginning, I guess because he was old, he had to take himself out to let his kids take over his spot. It was just crazy. It was.
He was dying anyway.
Yeah, but and
they actually took him out. You know?
Yeah, because that was part of the plan. Yeah. So they could take him out, so they could take his spot. And then one of the ladies was saying, "Hey, if you marry my son," the son was up in there he was in there on a video game. He wasn't even interested in what was going on, eating, and it was just crazy. And the explosion at the end, that was crazy. That was crazy because if they didn't do it by a certain time, then But that's
that's how the other ones.
She ended up marrying one of the guys, took him out, and then left. So we'll see if there's going to be a part 3. But now the final movie that we saw in the month of March was They Will Kill You, and they really would. And basically the Ready or Not 2 and They Will Kill You, this stuff had like cultish vibes to it. It was like devil worshiping stuff.
They basically kind of was like the same movie.
Yeah. But we have 2 sisters, and it's Asia and Maria, and they have this father. First, I thought the joker was was the Momoa guy, but
he was an abusive father.
Yeah, and they was trying to get away from him, but
messing with the younger girl.
No, I think he was just beating them, and they was trying to get away from him. However, he was on their tracks. The little girl stole something. They got caught. The sister took him out, and she went to jail. And when she got out, her sister had went to volunteer at this cult house. I forgot the name of the place. It was like a hotel, but it was like a satanic cult. And she had to go there, and she was prepared. She had switched spots with someone. She was prepared to fight her spot. Then you had this older black gentleman that was like a butler or something. He was married to one of the ladies, but he wanted to help her.
They was, I thought they were just regular people. They ended up being immortal.
Yeah, Cause it was crazy.
Old girl went there to find her sister,
and she took all of them out at the beginning.
She planned that.
But they came back. They was immortal.
And she wore them out. She was dogging them.
And so at one point, I mean, it did start out. The action was high. It was high intensity, but then it started like getting a little bit. It started getting a little kiddish, and I was like, "What the world?" You know. But the end, the satanic pig head communicating, and I was like, "What is really going on?" But yeah, the action was top tier. The sister was off the chain. She was beating them down. Beating them down. She was kind of like the ballerina a little bit. But
with the sword play.
She went to go save her sister, and that's exactly what she did. Yeah, so the sister's driving off at the end after the building exploded. Yeah, that's the kind of resilience we love to see. So all right, so we get ready to rank these 1 to 5. So meet us in the comments and tell us how you rank this. Now, the 5th movie that I would have to say that we saw this month, I'm gonna have to go with what are you going with, James? I'm gonna have to.
What's yours?
I'm gonna have to.
I think we gonna disagree on some of these movies this month.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go with They Will Kill You is the 5th movie for me.
Not for me. My 5th movie, I don't know, maybe because, was it Undertone or was it Ready or Not? I'm all Ready or Not, Undertone, The Bride.
Sir, the 5th movie.
I'm going to say, I'm going to go with Undertone.
All right. And so the 4th movie for me, I would have to say would be The Bride. I would say
a crazy movie, man.
The Bride, because it's like, did she have Tourette's? Was she possessed? If she was possessed, how come she didn't see them coming after her to kill her? I mean, how come they brought her back? So the fourth movie would be The Bride for me. And what's going to be your...
Number 4 was Ready or Not 2.
Right. And so the third movie for me would be Ready or Not 2.
Let's see, my third is The Bride.
Okay. And my second movie would be Undertone, because it was a little freaky. So I would have to say Undertone. Even though, to me, all the movies fell a little bit short that month. I mean, they were there, but they just didn't. Because Ready or Not was a good movie, but then it got kind of kiddie. So I had to...
That's what I say. All of them were pretty. They all close there.
So what's your number 2?
My number 2 was They Will Kill You.
All right, and so...
Because it had so much... It was a lot of action.
And then it got right kiddie. Really
scenes,
kiddie. With a pig head.
The hand-to-hand battle, the sword play.
It got right kiddie. That's all I can say. I have to take everything from that movie because it's like, what are we watching here? Yeah. So number 1 for me is Scream 7.
Scream 7.
Yeah. So we already did a review on Scream by itself, but to me, it brought it back. In the Scream series, I would have to say that this would be number 1. Was the first Scream was number 1 for me. 3. Then 2, then this one. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, out of all the movies we saw in March, I think Scream 7 was the best.
Yeah.
So, if you guys caught these movies, meet us in the comments and tell us which was your favorite movie and why, and which one was the least favorite of the movies. But thanks for watching. Take care. Have a great evening.
Have a good night.